You're not required to, but if you have access to it and would like to follow along, we're currently in the OneNote file of Modal Node System, MNS Presentation 2334, OneNote, Modal Distance, Modal Ranges, and Intervals with Color. List of presentations here, which we plan on adding plenty more to shortly. Also noting, in this OneNote presentation, we'll spend all our time on the music theory side of things, but we have another similarly numbered and named presentation where we build these tables out in Excel, practicing Excel, music theory, and simply table visualization skills all at the same time. Now we're going to be looking at a color system, applying it to our modal ranges, which are in essence our distances. Before we do so, quick recap of what we're doing with this color system, that being to maximize the use of color, using it as optimally as possible to better understand music theory in general and to create tools such as better be able to navigate the fretboard. Whereas, for example, here we have a fretboard with the low or heavy E string, the one closest to the ceiling on top, collection of notes mapped out, 7-note collection around the key of C. We have a color system that is assigned to the points, in this case to the note points, noting. We have two major color systems we can think about, one tied to points, whether those be note points or modal points, the second being distance, such as intervals or modal distance color system. So this is tied to the point and tied to the note, so that when I go to the collection of notes around the key of C to the collection of notes around the key of D, you can see the Ionian node has changed. This is an I1, this is an I1. It was a C, now a D. The colors are the same for each of the notes. The A here is still an A down here, even though up top it had a relative position of an Aeolian. Down here it has a relative position of Mixolydian. The other way we can look at it by point is back to what we started with, but this time it's tied to the node. So we're going to use the same color system for the key 7-note collection around the key of C, but we're going to keep it fixed as we move to another collection of notes by node. So this time, when I move from the 7-note collection around the Ionian or the D to the 7-note the C to the D, then the colors have shifted up. So this is what I would call position number 1. The A was red, now the A is magenta, and the red has moved up here because this is the new Aeolian nodal point, whereas this is the yellow-green because this is the new Ionian point. So those are the two ways that we can see it by point. I think the second way is actually more functionally useful oftentimes. The second color system is tied to distance. So we have another fretboard here with a 7-note collection around the key of C, except that this time each of the frets have been broken out into two halves. The first half having the point, both the note point and the node point or modal point. The second half of the fret having distance, two different color systems to the two halves, noting when we look at distance, we have to look at it from the perspective of only one of the notes in the 7-note collection, this one being from the perspective of the Ionian node. So from the perspective of the Ionian node, it has a distance of a perfect first, or 0 notes away from the Ionian node, 0 modal half steps. If I go over here from the 8th fret to the 10th fret, that's going to be 1, 2 notes up. So that would be a major second distance, and we have a different color for each of those distances. Noting that I don't care what we call it if there's going to be 2 steps up. I don't care if we call it 2 half steps, a whole step, or a major second, or a 2-note away Ionian first modal half step. The color is going to be the same because it's tied to just the distance. This fretboard down here has the same collection of 7 notes around the key of C, but now we're looking at the distances from the perspective of the Dorian. So you can see here, for example, this Dorian is now the perfect first. And if I go from here to here, I'm going up 1, 2 notes, 2 frets. So that could be called, once again, a major second distance. You can see this color is the same here as it is up top here because that's going to be a standard colored for that distance. Okay, so let's go up top and see what we're going to do. We're going to basically look at the modal ranges and give a color system to the modal ranges and recap the meaning of the modal ranges as we do that. As we think about them, I also want to note that the modal ranges is really another way that we can define chords as well. Because if you start to think about the chords as modal points and you build the chord from the modal point, then all you really have to do to name the chord is to say, here's the beginning and here's the end, the last note in the chord. And you're just going to take every other note in the 7-note collection, what I call a modal whole step, or every other modal half step, until you get to the end of the range. So you can name the chord that way too. I just want to point that out as we go. But let's give a quick recap of our system. So we're going to say the A. So this is the nodal point system, and we have also the points for the modal points. So these are the note points and modal points. So an A is going to be red. I want to remember that red means A, or it could also mean, if I'm assigning it to the relative position for a modal point, it could mean the Aeolian, which we'll talk about shortly. So a 2 is an A sharp or B flat, it will be orange. A 3 is a B, it will be yellow. A 4 is a C, it's going to be yellow green. It's also the Ionian node. So that means if we have a set of 7 notes around the A major, I could call it an A from a note perspective, or I might make it yellow-green, making it the Ionian node. Oftentimes, I think actually making it yellow-green, making all the Ionians the same, is more functionally useful for most people because it's easier to visualize the fretboard as we change through all 12 collections of 7 notes, being able to visualize the color pattern move up through, for example, the fretboard. So we have 5 is going to be C sharp, D flat, that's going to be green. We have 6 is going to be 6 is a D, it's spring green, and that's also the Dorian mode, because when I apply the formula to the C major scale, it would be a whole step, would be the first step. So that spring green will be the Dorian node from an absolute node system. The 7 is going to be D sharp or E flat. That's going to be Cayenne. The 8 is going to be E, sky blue. That's also Phrygian, because when we build out from the key of C, whole, that's going to be the Phrygian node. So then the 9 is going to be F. That's going to be blue. That's going to be the Lydian, because it's going to be whole, half in our formula. Therefore, Lydian will be the generic blue for, or just generically, it will be blue, Lydian, for all of the Lydian nodes. 10 is F sharp or G flat. It's going to be violet. 11 is G. That's going to be magenta, and that's in our formula, whole, half, whole. So that's going to be, that means magenta is mixolydian, which kind of, I didn't notice that you have some alliteration there. That might be helpful. Magenta, mixolydian, magenta, mix a magent. 12 is G sharp or A flat. That's going to be rose. And then it starts over again for A. I'm noting here to see that because it's the same color red, but now I'm tying it to the Aeolian. So the 6 or Aeolian is red. And then we also know that the B is lastly in our formula of whole, half, whole, and then back home to half. We lastly have the 7 is Locrian. Okay, so those are going to be the points. Now we have distances. Now when we look at the distance between these 7 notes, I can call them modal half steps or modal whole steps, just like we do over here with the notes, but this time we're doing it by mode. So instead of note half steps and note whole steps, I have mode half steps and mode whole steps. Now the reason I'm gonna make those gray, and partially the reason is because they're somewhat ambiguous in terms of they're not absolute for the distance. In other words, one modal half step is not always 1 note or 2 notes. It could be 1 or 2 notes depending on where you start from. But as long as you know where you're starting from, then you can say that you're going 1 or 2 notes up from that collection of notes. So it's perfectly legitimate to use that format. It's highly functionally useful. So I'm going to use shades of gray, which kind of gives you the ambiguous feel, in my opinion. right? So if I don't go anywhere, 0 shades of gray. If I go 1, I went 1 modal half step up, 1 shade of gray, 2 shades of gray, 3 shades of gray, and then you can go up to 6 shades of gray, and then you would be going around the circle if we don't think about octaves. If I go back the other way, -1 counterclockwise is equivalent to going 6 forward or clockwise. Therefore, -1 is still going to be 6 shades of gray. I'm not going to use an octave color system for the modal half steps. I'm just going to use shades of gray which are in the local distance range. All right, and so then we have the distance numbers. Let's go on the bottom first. If I go distance wise, recap on the distance. So if I have 11 notes, I can have a local distance, if I think about it as a track, of 12 distances, including the one that we start on. In other words, if I'm on Ionian node and I don't go anywhere, that would be a distance of 0, which is going to be orange flame, we're going to call it. If I go from Ionian, or if I go from 1 step up, A to A sharp, then that's going to be amber. If I go 2 steps up, that's going to be chartreuse. If I go 3 steps up, that's going to be lime green. And by the way, I don't care if I call that a whole step and a half step, a 3 note away minor third, whatever, it's 3 notes up. Therefore, I have an absolute color system based on the baseline notes. That's going to be lime. 4 up, which would be like a major third. If I look over here, this is our normal convention for scale degrees. It would be a major third major third. 5 is going to be 5 up aqua. That would be a 5 note away perfect fourth in the typical or standard naming convention. 6 up is going to be electric sky. And you can remember that because you can get electrocuted, because that's the 6, that's the tritone, and that's the very tensiony one. 7 up is going to be azure. That's a 7 note away perfect 5, perfect fifth, and that's a very stable color, I think, so that might work for that one coincidentally. 8 is going to be grape, so if I go 8s up, that's going to be an 8 note away minor 6. If I go 9 up, that's going to be a 9 note away major 6. And if I go 10 up, that's going to be a 10 note away minor 7, and that's going to be fuchsia. I've been skipping the color, fuchsia. And then if I go 11 up, I'm just going to call it punch, and that's going to be an 11 note away major 7. Now note, I could go counterclockwise as well. So if I go 1 step counterclockwise, then I'm going to say that's equivalent to going clockwise 11. I could just call it punch, similar to what I did with the gray, but I'm going to add a level of octave here, meaning I'm going to assume the local distance is going forward, assign them the normal color of normal brightness, and then when I go backwards, it's still going to be punch, but it's a shade darker because we're in essence an octave lower. If I go back 2 counterclockwise is equivalent to 10 clockwise. If I'm going around a track, 2 steps back would be 10 steps forward. So it's going to be fuchsia, but fuchsia a shade darker. Notice our normal interval naming convention falls apart because when I go backwards, you would think it would be like a negative, like minor or major second or something like that. And some people try to shoehorn that in, but most people don't. I think the easiest way to think about taking counterclockwise step is to use the inverse distance of going forward, 11 forward, major 7. But remember that the major 7 could represent, from a distance standpoint, 11 steps forward or any octave of that, or an octave lower, which would be 11 steps forward minus 12 or -1. So in other words, the local distance around the fretboard, if you're just trying to count out, would be a major 7 could be 11 forward or 1 backwards, or any octave of that, adding or subtracting 12 from that, right? So you could think about this as going 12 forward, which would be the normal, and then minus 12, which would be an octave backwards, right? So that's why it's a shade darker. If you go -3, that would be equivalent to going forward or clockwise 9. So it's going to be a -3 major 6. -4, 4 steps backwards would be equivalent to 8 steps clockwise. That's going to be grape because it's a -4 minor 6. And then we're going to say if we go back 5 counterclockwise, that would be equivalent to going forward 7. 7 was azure, right? So that means that this could be a -5 perfect fifth with azure color. -6, and 6 minus 12 is 6 going forward. So that one is electric sky, whether you go 6 backwards or 6 forwards. -6 diminished fifth, or it could be like an augmented fourth as well. -7 is equivalent to going 5 clockwise. That's going to be aqua. So it's -7 perfect fourth and -8 and so on.